So I was talking with a friend of mine, Lauren Smith, and we were chatting about how the tendency with automation is to actually towards complexity when you get started. But the real genius of automation is the simplicity on the far side of complexity. And this came up because we were talking about some campaigns that he was designing for a big client of his. And he was talking through and thinking through a lot of the processes that he wanted to implement texting in. And he found himself kind of struggling with a few places. And, fortunately, one of the benefits of having been doing messaging, text messaging in particular, in automation, as long as I have, is that I've already gone through all the complexity. I know I've made all the mistakes. I've seen people make all the mistakes. So the complexity part, we've already worked our way through. And on the far side of complexity is the simplicity that you really want. Number one, because it's easy to manage. And then number two, because it's effective. And when things are easy to manage and they're effective, then you can win. So one of the things we've recognized about texting that's on the far side of complexity is you really just need to make it simple for yourself. One solid keyword to an automated conversation that you can use for lead capture and to deliver whatever it is that will help people to understand what you do and what you can do for them. A simple campaign that will, via text message, send some information of value from the perspective of the prospect, and then also ask for their feedback, which then starts the final portion, which is conversations. And in conversations, all sales happen. And if you want to have more sales, if you want your company to grow, you just have to have more conversations that are meaningful. And the way that you do that is you engage with people who know what you're about, and you allow them to express what they're looking for. And that's what we do with the live texting. So that's the simple three-part formula. That's the simplicity on the far side of complexity. You can do a lot more, you can get more involved, and it's not necessarily that that's wrong, but just understand that when you understand this simple three-part formula, it makes it really easy to have success. So it's opening the door to texting by having a simple keyword and phone number that you can memorize. Doesn't require any technical expertise to be able to distribute and get out there. Have it deliver that thing that you promised that will help someone get closer to their goal. Maybe information. One of the things I like to do is I like to send out my book. For example, if you text LEARN to 949-835-5300, see, that's the phone number. I was able to memorize it, and the keyword, even me, I can memorize that. If you text LEARN to 949-835-5300, what will happen is you'll get a copy of my book in audio and digital format. And that will teach you more about messaging and text messaging, how to incorporate it, and how we're seeing people double and sometimes even triple their business very quickly because finally they're able to engage with prospects and customers and have real great conversations. So that's step one. Step two is throw a couple messages into your campaigns that maybe are predominantly email right now. Maybe you deliver or tell them that you just delivered something great in their email inbox. And then two, you ask open-ended questions that start conversations. And then part three is have conversations. It's that simple. And that's the good thing. That's how you know you've gotten to the simplicity of far side of complexity, is that you've gone through this process and you've looked at all the different things you could do, and you realize, those three things are the three things that actually move relationships and move money. And so if you want to have more success, you want to have that in your business, right now text messaging really can't be beaten. So if you have those three parts, you're going to win. So I hope that helps you. Again, if you haven't already gotten a copy of my book, The Messaging Connection, which will teach you how to connect with people the way that they want for greater profit and growth, then go ahead and text that word LEARN to 949-835-5300. And what you'll find is that it's not as hard as you may think it is. We keep seeing people have great success as they just implement these three core concepts. And, if you need help finding a way to do that, just let me know. I'll point you in the right direction. There's some really easy ways to implement these things, no matter where your business is or what you're doing. So keep moving forward. This is Ryan Chapman.